Welcome to Red Dead Redemption 2. I've added over 100 mods in order to turn this amazing game into a western zombie apocalypse. This is a story about Arthur Morgan, and he was making a journey to Saint Denis to deliver some pelts he worked so hard to collect. But on the way, he accidentally shot John Marston in the back of the head. So now Arthur's on another journey, and with the help of Lenny, who has contacts in multiple cities, the help of Charles, who's helping us track down ingredients to potentially find a cure for John, and then John himself, the half zombie, half human, we're trying to cure so he can get back to Beecher's Hope to his wife and kid. These are the adventures that took place in Arthur's never-ending quest. So after collecting 2 ingredients, Arthur and the gang headed to Saint Denis to get some more information on potential locations, and it was successful. We had 2 more locations we needed to go find, and while we were in Saint Denis, Arthur decided to upgrade his gear. We grabbed ourselves a nice Colt pistol, a lightweight but powerful zombie slayer. We're gonna need this. We even packed some extra supplies on our horse now too. Even got our horse a nice neck lantern so we can keep our hands free to fight even more zombies. With everything ready to go, it was time for Arthur and the gang to head off. We walked the streets one last time and even stumbled upon a lost fox. The fox was more than happy to come along with us. Arthur was hoping the wild side of the fox would keep it out of danger. And now they were off, headed to the first location of the day. And the location was tough to find, but it was found. But before we could enter the cave, you know those zombies came to stop us. So it was time to test out our new Colt pistol, and the pistol turned out to be magnificent. It was an excellent zombie slayer. Now it was time to enter the cave. It was a short entrance into a high ceiling part of the cave, and in that cave was a circle of statues with some sort of angel statue in the middle. We had to write this down. But we came here for the ingredient. Arthur and Charles walked around for a bit, and then Charles spotted it. It was a plant wedged between the rocks, and we grabbed it. Ain't no time for dilly-dallying though. We may have spent longer than we thought in the cave, because by the time we got out, it was nighttime and raining. So the gang saddled up and rode out of there. The undead were already coming. There was a building up ahead with lights on. We thought maybe it'd be a safe haven, but as soon as we approached, the only thing living there were zombies. So Arthur tried to wrangle them up so we could throw a dynamite in the middle of them. We accidentally blew ourselves up. Thankfully the horse was still alive though, but we had fallen to the ground, so we had no choice but to fight. Arthur took out the tomahawk and started slicing and dicing. Zombie bodies littered the train tracks, but Arthur was okay. Maybe a black eye or 2. But we survived. We went to go scavenge some supplies at that nearby cache and proceeded on the railroad, enjoying the quiet of the night until we got to our next destination. This place was on top of a mountain, nice and tucked away from prying eyes, and we had arrived. There was a skeleton of a beast unknown, and growing on those bones were some mushrooms, supposedly one of the most powerful ingredients you could find in this dead wasteland. So we grabbed the shrooms, and the zombies came. We took out a couple, but we were stuck in a small area and there was only one way out, so we couldn't wait for them to come to us. We had to fight our way out. We cleared the path of a few more and continued riding down the narrow trail. We looped around a few and then ran past a couple others. We had 2 more ingredients now, and there was another location we needed to go. So we continued down the winding path until we got to the bottom. There was even more undead waiting, but ain't no problem with the new Colt. We crossed the river up ahead and noticed a guy just standing in the middle of it. Zombies were running towards us, so Arthur decided to go and warn him. The dude wasn't listening, so he pointed a gun at him and he finally ran away. But he ran away without his supplies, so we snagged a few for ourselves. We had to get out of here though. The zombies caught up to us, so we shot a few to buy us some time to get on our horses, and we are off once again to find yet another ingredient. This location took us to an abandoned cabin. It was quiet and no zombies could be seen yet, so we entered the cabin and searched a couple of the rooms, but there seemed to be nothing around until we got to the back. There was a ladder descending into the basement, and in the basement we found our ingredient, some kind of mixing solution. And while we were down there was an unopened weapon box waiting for us. We had a nice new semi-automatic shotgun waiting for us. How convenient. We had yet another tool to slay some zombies, and it's a good thing we did pick it up, because when we exited the cabin, we scoured the land a bit, tried to open the outhouse, and then a zombie came up behind us and tried to out us, but she was too slow. But our undead friends were coming too. One of our undead friends learned a new dance move, but Arthur wasn't having none of it. So the gang took out the zombies that tried to rush us and decided this cabin would be the place we rest for a bit. It seemed we had all the ingredients we needed in order to cure John Marston. We just needed to find the right location with the right properties in order to synthesize the cure, and that would take some time to find. So they shacked up at this cabin in the meantime, plotting points on maps of potential locations. We needed to get John cured. It's been a while since he's seen his family, so they rested at the cabin until their next outing. We were close to getting John back to normal. It was their final leg, and they were safe for now, but the undead are always there, whether you see them or not.